What's up, everybody? You feel this beat right here? Here we go. Hey! We about to stamp this out. So if you feel me, come on.
Hello, everybody. Cindy here. Well, I think my volume's down here. Let's turn that up. So, hi. It's Monday, February 12th. I hope that you are able to join me. It is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Ontario, Canada. So if you are new, hello and welcome. If you're not familiar with who I am, if you just stumbled across this video, my name is Cindy Pigott and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I live in Brigden, Ontario, Canada. So Brigden is a small community outside of Sarnia, which is a border town, to Port Huron, Michigan. So welcome. If you're returning, hello. Thank you for coming back week after week and following along with my crazy life. And if you are new, welcome and buckle up because it's going to be a fun ride. So, yeah. So, oh, I see we have people hopping on. Okay, this is fantastic. So I've missed you. I've missed you so much. So those of you that are friends with me on Facebook know that I've had some back issues. And I'm happy to say that today is the first day I feel like a human. Funny enough. I thought I was making progress, and then I realized quickly, hello, Linda. I realized quickly after doing grocery shopping on Saturday that not such a great idea. No, I set myself back 10 steps. But honestly, today I feel really good. I just had a chiropractor appointment before, like earlier on in the afternoon. So I feel really good. Today's one of the first days that I actually feel normal. My back still hurts very much. Hi, Becky, but at least it's there. I know it's there, but it's not holding me back from doing the things I need to do. So that's great. I couldn't walk. I couldn't move. I couldn't make myself breakfast. I couldn't make myself a coffee. I couldn't do any of those simple little things. So I relied on my family a lot over those very long 8 days, 8+ days. It was longer than 8 days. But anyway, hi, Janet. So as you're hopping on, say hello so that I know that you're here. I'm so happy that you guys are with me. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. So yeah, I was supposed to have a class yesterday. Friends. And my mother-in-law ended up having emergency surgery. So unfortunately, I had to cancel that yesterday morning. So I am going to reschedule. Okay. So yeah, she's okay. She's hopefully she's going to be home this week. We hope, fingers crossed. She's struggling right now. She has a tube in her nose that's draining all sorts of bile out of her, which is, I can't believe how much is in her, to be quite honest. But but she actually had a gallstone lodged in her intestine. So the doctor said he has never seen this before. He's only read it in books. And then we get to the OR and the OR nurse says, in my 30 years of being a nurse, I have never seen this. And I'm like, oh, lovely. So yeah, so anyway, and if you know my mother-in-law, she has had nothing done to her. Like, she's had double knee surgery back in 2007. She is 76 years old, and that lady is not on any medication. She has no conditions. She's like nothing, which they kept asking the same questions over and over because they didn't believe her. Till I had to step in and say, she's not telling you a lie. She is very healthy. So, hi, Pamela. So yeah, so anyway, I'm here. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited that you're here with me. I'm curious to know if this time works better for everybody, 8 o'clock. Just looking at the numbers that I'm seeing popping up on my screen, I feel like it's a much better time for people. So if 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time works better in your time zone, let me know, because I would be very happy to change. Sometimes my life is crazy at 7:15, so I'm okay to move that back to 8 p.m. if that works better. And if you were able to catch me live, because I love it when you're here live. All right, you guys are like, shut up and just like, let's get going with the card, because that's why we're here. We're not here to listen to you blabber on, right? I know. I thought you liked it when I blabbered on. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I was actually cutting cardstock today. Can I show you this? Look, do you like this card? Do you like it? Yes? Can I get like a thumbs up if you like this card? Isn't it pretty? Yeah. It's one of the cards we're doing for this weekend's class. It is. And so is this one. I was cutting this one too today. Right? It's a bay window. This one's been like sat on it and everything else. Like stuff has been sitting on it. So yeah, these are some of the cards we're doing for the class this weekend. The other card is in the other room. I think I posted a picture of it. So as I cut, I put it in the other room. Hi, works better for me. Glad you're feeling better. Thank you, Judy. Hi, Diane. All right, very pretty. Okay. Yeah, so 8 p.m. for me sometimes is better. Just because it is a little bit chaotic in our house, trying to get everybody in the door and out the door. And ooh, see, like if I move the wrong way, I feel my back twitching. So, all right, I'm just going to be very careful. My chiropractor told me no stress, and I laughed so hard. I was like, okay, you're related to me. How do you not know that I have stress in my life constantly? All right, what did I tell you for measurements? Let me just pull up my picture so I can remember, because I threw out the sticky note. I was so angry with myself for missing last week. Oh, geez, sorry. The cat is in the house, and I forgot the cat is here. So he just kind of made me jump a little bit. So, all right, so I told you a standard card base. You're going to notice, or maybe you won't notice because you can't tell on here. Mine is actually embossed already because, again, I left my machine out there. So, standard card base. What is a standard card base? 8.5 by 5.5. And we're going to score it at 4.25. Okay, that's what I consider a standard card base. Now, standard card bases can be landscaped as well as portrait. But this one I'm going to be doing as landscape. Okay? All right. I told you a piece of scrap. I actually originally said white for this, but it can be a scrap because we're going to cover it up, which is 4 inches by 3 inches. Okay? So I'm using, this is one of the in colors that I have. It's Orchid Oasis. So I'm going to use that as my scrap. And then I told you 9 pieces. Oh, I hope I cut enough. 9 pieces at 1/2 inch by 6. So this is one of those ones as well that is going to be phenomenal for scraps. You know me. I love my scrap cards, right? Any way we can use our paper, like every inch of our paper, excites me. Because you know what? I don't know about you guys, but I work really hard for my money, and I would like to use as much of my paper as I can and not waste any of it. So 6 inches by 1/2 inch. The 6 inches, honestly, friends, is give or take. Okay? If you have 6 inches, great. If you don't, you really only need like a couple at 6 inches. I told you an embossing folder and a focal point. So when I say focal point, somebody asked this question, and it was a very good question. I can't remember who asked it though. What is a focal point? Well, focal point, when I say focal point, what I mean is something to put in the center of your card to put your sentiment on. Okay. So it's going to be the center of your card, or like the part of your card that you would put your sentiment on to kind of draw the eye. Okay. And I said an embossing folder. So the embossing folder, the reason for it is I like to emboss my card base. But this one, actually, this technique, you can emboss the piece that we're going to do as well, if you choose. I'm not going to on mine because, again, my machine is out in the kitchen because, yeah. Okay, let's get started. Okay, you guys can see all this, my friends. Okay. So I'm going to put this 4x3 piece in the center here so you can see what I'm doing. Please stop me along the way and ask questions. Hey, Tracy. if you have any questions. So I think the biggest struggle or the biggest concern or issue or problem or whatever you want to call it for this card is going to be, what paper am I going to use? Right? Does anybody else struggle with that? Because I feel like the struggle's real. So our paper, if you are a Stampin' Up snob like me, our paper is all double-sided, except for I think like 1 or 2 different ones. So I really struggle with, what do I want to use? What side do I want to use? Okay. So this one here is actually a 6x6 pack of paper. I can't think of the name of it right now. I'll have to get it for you, but it's beautiful. I love it. It's amazing. And yeah, so I need to pick which strip do I want to start with. So I think I'm actually going to start with this Calypso Coral color. So I'm going to use this one in the center. Okay. And so what I'm going to do, let me make sure everybody's here with me. You guys are here. You can hear me all good. Okay. So we have our 4" by 3" piece. I'm going to take my 1 piece of 1/2 inch by 6, and I'm going to go corner to corner on a diagonal. Okay. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to build it, and then we can go back and glue, because if you're like me, sorry, this cupboard door staying open just makes me twitch a little bit. Okay, so if you're like me who likes to kind of change things at the last minute, you're going to want to not glue anything down. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my next piece, and I'm going to butt it up against, again, remembering this is, I'm not gluing anything right now. And it's going to be totally up to you. If you want, if you have the same patterns, if you want to kind of go back and forth, or if you want to use a totally different pattern. Okay, so I might just do that here actually, just to kind of show you the difference. So I'm butting these all up against each other, and then I'm going to bring this one in. So you see how I'm stacking these on a diagonal? And you're like, yeah, that's kind of boring. It is, and it's going to look really crappy. It's going to look ugly. It's going to look, I promise you it's going to look ugly. But that's okay, that's going to look ugly. Okay? So, then, this last piece that I have, I'm going to put here. And then I'm going to put the other piece here. Okay? Are we ready to glue? Let's do this. I can guarantee you when I go to glue, this is not going to be the exact same way as what I just put it down. Okay, so I'm going to grab my silicone mat actually. Just 2 seconds, friends. I like to use my silicone mat. So you see my glass mat? Do you see my glass mat? I love my glass mat. You can have it free until the end of February when you join my Stampin' Chick team. Stampin' Up is going to give you this $85 value mat for free. Yep, and all you have to do is agree to get a discount and have a heck of a good time with a bunch of ladies who have similar interests. That sounds like a pretty rough deal if you ask me. Pretty sketchy. Okay, so I'm going to put this one here. I tell people, you know what? Sign up, get the glass mat, and if you never do anything more, you're not out anything. You got a really, really good... Oh, I like that paper. You got a really, really good deal. Oh, jeepers, I'm getting glue all over me. You got a super great deal for nothing. Not nothing. You have to pay for the kit. I shouldn't say nothing. But you really got a really great deal. And you stocked up on all your supplies. Okay, so I get asked this a lot about my Tombow glue. I use Tombow glue. Well, it's my main source of glue. I love it. And you need very little of it. So people are always quite surprised at how little I actually use. So if you're just hopping on, say hello, so I know that you're here. I'm always curious to know who's here and where are you from. Say hi, Cindy. I'm from the North Pole. Or wherever you happen to be from. Because I'm always curious to know where people are finding me from. Where are you all from? It's kind of cool to know where everybody's from, because I feel like sometimes, you know, we know people from, you know, different parts of the world. And I know we have a lot of international people. When I say international, I mean like Americans, sometimes from the UK that follow. So say hello. Are you guys stamping with me tonight? Who's creating with me tonight? How many of you guys? I shouldn't say guys, actually. That's not even proper terminology. My apologies. How many folks are creating with me tonight? I'm curious. Okay, I'm making this nice and tight. See this? No spaces. No spaces. No, we're going to go this way. The biggest struggle is trying to decide which paper. Hi, Beverly from Elmer, Quebec. She's watching. Nope, just watching. How come, friends? Come create with me. So much fun. So the real trick here, I should have told you this at the beginning, is watch where you put your glue, because we're actually going to cut this down. So you want to make sure that you don't get glue everywhere. So when I get down to the corners, I'm just going to actually put my glue here and here is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put this one here. And I'm going to grab my rubber scissors. Lowbanks, Ontario. Woohoo! All right. So I'm going to actually lift this off here very carefully. See how I have glue everywhere? See this? Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm going to cut this down. Okay. And I'm going to put this one here. There. Okay. I was out for dinner. Watching as always. Making Valentine's cards for grandkids. Oh, that's fun. Watching first. Everybody likes to watch first. I think I scare you guys sometimes when I don't tell you what it is I'm doing. Okay. So if you don't like this one, you're not going to make it. Is this what I'm understanding? I get you. It's okay. Okay. So now this is what I have, right? It looks awful. You're like, what in the heck is happening right now? Like, what is she making? Like, she's here and she's got this ugly piece of paper here that I don't even understand. Well, let's flip this over. And I'm going to take my scissors. Now, I could do this with my paper trimmer, but I don't like getting glue on my blades. So I'm taking these, what I'm using here, for those of you that have been around for a very long time, creating, might recognize these. These are our old-fashioned, I call them old-fashioned. These were our rubber scissors. So we used to have to cut our stamps. They didn't come already pre-cut for us. We used to have to cut our own stamps when we received them to assemble them. And you needed these scissors to do that. So I've kept mine because I love them. And I use them kind of as my glue scissors. So I'm just trimming this. So this is your scrap piece, your 4x3 piece. And again, you could use your paper trimmer if you wanted on this, but I just don't like getting the glue onto my blade or onto my paper trimmer for that matter. Okay, so now, if you have, like, see here, I've got this little tidbit. I actually cut that a little bit. I may have to trim that down. See how I have a little teeny weeny corner? So what I could do is bring in just the smallest little piece here and cover that up. I'm going to let that sit there for a second. Now, I cut mine by accident, so I'm just going to trim down the whole thing as soon as I know that has dried. Okay. So I'm going to be very daring. So I know you all have scrap pieces kicking around that you don't want to throw out because, friends, I know. We're always like, yeah, we might use that. Yeah, I might use that. I don't want to throw that out. I might need that piece. Right? And let's be honest, we're never going to use it. So, this is what we're going to do with it. We're going to make this card. Okay, so now these little bits, I'm going to leave it up to you, my frugal friends, if we want to keep those to make more cards with, or if you just want to throw them out. Okay, so this is what we have. Now, at this point, what we could be doing is I could be running this through my embossing machine. Okay, so if you'd like to emboss this at this point, go ahead. I'm not going to, but I'm going to bring this piece in. And this is going to go here. Okay. How's the lighting? Is the lighting okay? I can't tell. I feel like my vision is... Time to have my eyes checked, I think. Yeah, apparently, because I even scored my card base crooked. Boy. Okay. So at this point now, we have a very big decision to make. We need to decide, is this going to go this way and my card is going to be a landscape card, or is my card going to be a portrait card? Decisions, right? So for this one, I thought I could actually use this postage stamp. These cards are going to be very simple. I'm just going to warn you. And that is on purpose. So now if I wanted to, what I could actually do is cut like 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 piece of like Calypso coral and put a border around this, which I might actually do. Let me see if I can find a quick piece. And you know what? I'm just going to cut a new piece. Let's just do that. I'm going to show you. You love it when I go off camera, I know. Let me show you, because I'm pulling in the Calypso coral that's on the card. So what did I say? 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So where am I getting that measurement from? Well, my card, or the scrap piece, I told you is 4 by 3, right? So I'm just going 1/4 inch bigger on both sides. So like this. And then like that. Okay, so it just kind of helps it pop. You don't have to do that part. Completely optional. I'm going to do it on this one because I felt like it was missing something. And then I'm going to use my postage stamp here. Right? And then I could actually put some flourishes and stuff behind it if I really wanted to. All right, let's go ahead and put some adhesive down. So again, this piece can just be scrap. Whatever you have. Does not have... originally I said white. I think maybe I told you guys scrap. Maybe I didn't tell you white. I wrote down white. But it really doesn't matter. If you have a color that you just don't love very much, that would be a great one to use. I can just see a little hair of the... There. Okay. Okay. And then... I just want to make sure everybody's still here. Hi, Ed Thompson Gould from Canada. What part of Canada are you from? Because we are all Canadians here. Well, not all. I shouldn't say we're all Canadians. But many of us are Canadians here. So, Ed, where are you from? Tell us what part of Canada you're from. I find us Canadians are very, very friendly. All right. So here we are. I just realized I did not cut any insides for these either. All right. Well, that's good. All right. Let's pick out a stamp. What type of a card do I want this to be? Let's take a peekaboo here. So, do I want it to be a sympathy? Thanks so much. Holding you in my heart. Embrace of the beauty of you. This perennial postage one is amazing. Brought in timeless arrangements. Happy birthday. Do you know what I want to do? I asked, and then you know what I want to do? Actually, no, I'm going to do it on the next card. Okay, so tell me, everybody, what type of a card do I want to make this? Do I want to make it a sympathy card? Do I want to make it a thank you card? Do I want to make it a happy birthday card? It has to fit on this postage stamp. Postage stamp. I can't even talk today. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, so let's vote. What are we going to make the card tonight? Well, we're doing 3. So the next one, where's my envelope? Could be a birthday card or a thank you card. Anybody out there? Go ahead and comment what you would like me to make this card into. And I'm going to get out my ink. I've been making lots of Easter cards. Oh, you know what? I don't even think I have an Easter stamp near me. Thank you. Looks like a birthday card. That's what I, you know, Linda, that's exactly what I was thinking at first when I said birthday. Do you know what I wanted to do? Here, I'm going to show you what I wanted to do. I was thinking this. Birthday. And then, hang on, let me show you. How about a happy on top? What do you think? I was thinking birthday card too. That's so funny. This is where my eyes are at. Okay? Help me out with this though. I need a crushed curry. Okay. So I'm thinking crushed curry as birthday and happy as Calypso Coral. Does anybody disagree with me? Good. Give it a go. Okay. You guys just go for it, Cindy. It's okay. It's not our card. Right? It's not our card. You guys kill me. Okay. Oop, oop, oop. Oh, sugar and spice, but nothing is never nice. Okay. I realized I washed all my Stampin' Scrubs, and they're still out in the sink because I was trying to get ready for my class yesterday. That was supposed to be yesterday. Birthday. Okay. See how I used my glass mat to line that up? That's what I did. Okay. I am hoping... I'm going to give my inks a little bit of a test here. Oh boy, that does not look so happy. So Miss Maya was here today making a what's the holiday? It's coming up on Wednesday. Valentine's Day card. She was making a Valentine's Day card, and I don't even know which ink she was using. And she's like, "Mom, this ink is terrible. It needs to be re-inked." So. All right, I'm using my glass mat because I love my glass mat. This birthday is going to just fit on here. So I'm pushing down hard because I know my ink is not working the best. Oh, look how pretty it is. Okay, if you're new to my channel here, you're going to know that I get excited about some pretty silly things. All right. It doesn't take much actually to excite me, but I'll tell you, when I have severe back pain, it puts me in my spot real quick. Because then I get excited and I jump, and then my back says, you can't do that. And I go, oh yeah, right, I can't do that. Okay, so my Calypso Coral, I just re-inked. I feel like just for a class the other day, so it should be good. So you know you're supposed to huff on your stamps. Did anybody ever tell you guys that? Yeah, you are. You're supposed to go, but since COVID, I don't generally do that, and I definitely don't do it in a class. Okay. So what it does is it seals your stamp. No, it doesn't. It seals the ink. Happy birthday. Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you love it? Here, let me bring it in so I can show you. Boop, 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 boop. What do you think? My camera looks a little blurry. Is my camera blurry? Or is that just my eyes? There, is that better? That looks a little crisper. I feel like I was just at the optometrist, you know, when they adjust the lenses. Number 1 or number 2? Do you know what I'm talking about? Does your optometrist do that? Please tell me they do that. And they don't just do it to me. Okay, so here's my pop-ups, dimensionals, whatever you want to call them. Everybody needs to have about 100 of these in their house. Okay. Right? Is that even centered? Yes. Super, super simple. Okay. Of course, we can add the bling bling. I'm going to have to steal a baby wipe. Don't tell Maya, because my Stampin' Scrub is out in the other room, all clean. Okay, so I'm actually having to use a baby wipe. That's just disgraceful, actually. Okay, ready? Okay, that was fun. Did you like it? Tell me. If you liked it, thumbs up. So I should tell you as well, if you're watching this on a replay after, please use hashtag replay so then I know that you were here and you watched. Okay, I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you the one I did yesterday, or last 2 weeks ago, whenever I was supposed to actually do this. Look at this one. Isn't this pretty? So this one uses bubble bath, or fresh freesia, I think it is. It doesn't use bubble bath, I don't think. I think it's fresh freesia. And then I used the free paper, you know, the bird paper. And then I was just messing around, but I think this piece is too big. But so yeah, so there's those ones. Okay, let's go into card number 2. This one I don't know. I don't know about this one. We're going to have to help me with this one. So this one I'm using is Pebbled Path. Okay, I don't know what was going on with me when I was... Oh, you know what I think it is when you emboss your cards, it kind of messes up your scoring. Does anybody notice? Okay, what is happening right now? The struggle is real today, friends. There we go. Okay. It messes with your scoring. Okay, so Pebbled Path, and I used this subtle embossing folder. Can you see? Okay. Okay. So here's my scraps. Here's my element, or my focal point. Remember, we talked about what focal points are. That was a very good question, actually, because sometimes I take those things for granted that I assume people know. Okay, so this one is Earth and Textures. I think is what this one's called. And I don't know about this paper. I'm not going to lie. For this technique, I don't know how much I'm going to love it. So you're going to have to help me out. I'm going to start with this piece, going this way. Okay? So I'm comfortable with that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue it down. Hello, Belinda. It's okay that you're late to the party. We're just getting started, actually, so you're good. I'm just checking comments, make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay, so glue. Again, try to focus just kind of like that much of your paper. And so I'm going corner to corner. So if you have a silicone mat, it's phenomenal for this technique, or this card. Okay, so then I was thinking like this. And then I was thinking like this one maybe. And okay, where's the other? Here it is. Okay. I was thinking this one more as a masculine card, is where my head was at when I was cutting the paper. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. When I get these down, you tell me, what do you think this one should be? This one I might do like here. And then this one up here. So you will see, hello Colleen, you will see, I'm losing my voice again. You don't have to go like a strategic pattern with this, right? Like I could do like, this is my focal and I could do this one and this one the same. Do you see what I'm saying? And then this one and this one, like, so kind of build it out. But I don't know if I want to do that. So I'm just going to wing it. This is the beauty of this. I'm just going to wing it. There's not a right or a wrong to this, right? So the other thing is, if you don't want to get like a lot of glue everywhere, you could do this. And it would actually help reduce the amount of glue that's on your scissors when you go to cut. That's a good tip for you. So just kind of use this like this. See what I did there? And then I'm going to butt that up against there. So we don't want any spaces between your pieces. So if your pieces are cut straight, you should be good. So I'm going to do this. The important thing is you do want to make sure that you're going as far to the edge as possible, though, like to the edges. To make sure, these patterns kind of make me dizzy. I'm not gonna lie, they're a little bit not my style. Okay, who am I kidding? They're very much not my style. But I wanted to challenge myself to use papers that I'm not comfortable with. Because, like, why the heck not? But this is a really awesome technique for scraps. And depending on the paper that you're using, you may or may not want to emboss. Right? Like, it's just going to really... So I could have a very... If this is, like, making you twitch a little bit because I'm not following a specific pattern, like a coordinating pattern, look away. Because... I'm sorry. So I'm going to put this one here. And I'm going to put this. Can you guys still see this? Okay. Sometimes I get so like into what I'm doing that I forget that I'm on camera. And then I'll put this one here. Like this. Okay. So you see I have two little teeny weeny edges here. It looks like birch trees and blue skies. Oh. Okay. It actually makes it, okay, I can see where you, okay. Beverly, I can see where you're saying that, because when I look on the camera, it does look like that. When I look right here in front of me, it makes me very dizzy. It makes me very dizzy. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So, let me see. I think that's pretty much dry. So, flip this baby over. Again, so if you did it the way I just did it, where I put the glue on the 4x3, you could totally take your paper trimmer at this point because there's no stickiness on your paper, right? So totally leave that up to you, whichever way you want to do it, which actually I might do that on this one just because, like, I don't know about you guys, but I like doing things the easy way. So I'm going to line that up at 3. Trim that down. I actually can't cut a straight line to save my life, so and my husband would tell you the exact same thing. So anytime I can use a paper trimmer to help me, I'm happy. See how nice that works? Except for the first couple. So if you just line that up at 4x3, like where your 4 and 3s are, it works out amazingly well. Okay, so I did not get too close on the first two, so I'm just going to hand trim these two just because. I just didn't get close enough. That's definitely the operator. Now I have to fill in those teeny weeny corners here. There. Okay. See, it's not so bad when it's like that. But when you start looking at it the other way, wowzers. Makes you dizzy. Okay, so I could probably leave these, honestly. But they're going to bug me because now I know that they're there. So I'm going to cover them up. So I just have to come back into my scrap pile over here. I'll do that. So how many of you guys like this technique? Would you use this? Can you see yourself making this card? Hi, Jan. Lindsay, holy smokes, how are you? I was asking everybody if 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is a better time, because I feel like there's a lot more people here tonight. Because I would be happy to change the time if it's suitable to most. Okay, there we go. So I probably really didn't need to do this piece here, truthfully. But, you know, we're our worst critics, right? And I know that that's there. So it would have haunted me. Okay. So again, I could run this through the embossing folder. Okay. Good. I can see you guys using this. This is fantastic. Makes me happy. All right. So here's this. Now, what do I want to use this one for? To me, this seems like a more masculine type of a card. Just the colors, the patterns, all the things. So what do you think this should be? And again, we don't have to do it that way. We could make this one a landscape or a portrait card. If I knew my directions would be even better. Mind you, I don't know the shape, so I'm not sure how I would know my directions. Sorry, this is really bugging me, the fact that this is not even. Don't mind me. I'm just struggle with my card. Okay, yes, 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 yes. Father's Day. Oh, that's a good one. Father's Day. Oh, hey, did I tell you? If you're new to me, this is what happens. It's like squirrel. It could be another birthday card. It could be a masculine birthday card. So I totally forgot. I had a whole bunch of new products show up today. Not a whole bunch. Some. So I was going to do a video on it. Like a live. I just don't know 100% if I can do it tomorrow night. I'm going to have to see what happens with my mother-in-law's hospital visit and stuff. So if you'd like to see that, stop in. Stay tuned and I'll see if I could, let's see if I can make that happen tomorrow night. Like 8 o'clock. Be there or be square. I am so tired, I have to tell you. I got to the hospital yesterday morning. I picked my mother-in-law up at 8. 8? Did I pick her up at 8? I think so. 8. And then she had surgery at 5. And then by the time she came out of recovery and whatever, it was like 9. And, yeah, I was pooched. Okay, so I'm gonna try to go live tomorrow night. Do you see my box of tricks? See this? So as I make things and sometimes I cut them the wrong size or whatever. Oops. I'm gonna start putting them in here. And then that way, oh, there's my stamp. I lost my stamp. I couldn't find it. And then, let's eat cake. What do you think? I like that. Let's eat cake. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna put this one here. So yeah, so I'm like, all of a sudden it's like hitting me. Like I think it's all the adrenaline. I slept like a log last night. But I have to go to work tomorrow. I was off today, but I have to go to work tomorrow. So I'm gonna have to make sure I'm up. Whether I go to work or not, I'm up, it doesn't matter. But because I have to get everybody else out the door too. Oh, that's not good. All right, you guys are still with me? So many of you guys are quiet. Come out and play with us. Moody Mauve. What do we think? Let's bring in some Moody Mauve. Oh, did I just put my finger in that? No. Okay. Ooh, I always forget these new ones are juicy. And I saw a really, really cool technique today. Oh boy, I don't know if I'm going to like this. Using embossing folders that I'm going to totally have to try. So stay tuned. There might be a few different lives or videos coming. I was doing so well doing my weekly videos, and all of a sudden I've gotten completely off track. Throw my back out and look what happens. All right. Ooh. So, if there is anything you would like to see for classes coming up, please let me know. I'm really struggling, I'm not going to lie. I'm struggling with what to give you for classes. To the point that I'm overthinking things and I'm stressing myself out. So if there's anything you would like to see, message me. Because there's a couple things I'm going to stop doing. Because I'm just not seeing the response. So when I don't see the response, that tells me that people are not interested. So I'm not going to provide it anymore. Okay, I'm going to actually do something different. I'm really different. Look at me. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do this one. Okay, this one. Do you know it's Monday night, right? What happens on Monday night, friends? Those of you that come and watch me every Monday night, what happens Monday nights? It's kind of late, actually, for it to be happening. That's right. My weekly sister chat starts right when I'm on a video. Sometimes my sisters will pop on here. But I don't think they're going to tonight because I can see that they're starting a conversation on Messenger. These are really plain cards. Ew. Do you like playing cards? I would love to have classes on different ways to create Z-folds or their theater cards or like different formats like that. Well, Lindsay, honey, that's what my fancy fold class is we do different fun folds. I call them fun folds, fancy folds. It's the same thing. Somebody asked me about that. I was like, oh yeah, good point. My fun fold class, we focus on different fun folds. Your sister's chat. Yep. Larry, you guessed it. You're here week after week, and I complain about it every single week, and yet it continues, doesn't it? So Lindsay, yes. So fun folds, fancy folds is the same thing. That is something I've been providing. It's one of the things I was going to stop doing in March because I'm not getting the response anymore. I was at the beginning. I'm not anymore. So that tells me people are like moving on from that. I feel like this needs embellishments or something here. Okay, let's do one more. But let me think about this one, Lindsay, because I love fun folds and fancy folds and different folds, and I love all of those things. So maybe it's the format I need to change. Okay, look at this one. Yeah, fun fold, fancy fold. I called the same thing, and somebody called me out on it and said, "What is the difference?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, no, there's no difference." I just use the two words interchangeably. Okay, see this embossing folder? Can you see this? Oh, so beautiful. Do you know how many things you can do with this embossing folder? Oh yeah, you're gonna want to stay tuned. And this is bubble bath paper. See, there we go. I have my volume on because if my mother-in-law needs me, I told her to text me, so I don't like to have my volume on, but all right, so look at this paper I'm using. So see how this one is not all the way to 6 inches. This is Artistic Expressions, I think is what this one's called. It's wild. It's loud paper, and it's so not me. I'm a black and white girl. If anybody, like, I'm out of the box wearing gray today. So yeah, this one's pretty wild, but I love it. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to make this one here my focal point. This color is this? Pretty Peacock. Simple cards are perfect for quick cards when you need it. Yes. And I'm finding I'm gravitating more and more to simple cards because sometimes I just don't have time to do a more elaborate card. I love them. But I like cards that are simple but are elegant. And I've had a lot of people, even on my videos, comment that they prefer the simple, elegant type layout. So yeah, it's... Sometimes your cards don't need to be bougie. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean when I say bougie? Like fancy. They don't need to be so fancy. Sometimes they are good to be just so simple. I find simple is elegant. Masterfully made. Thank you. Thank you, Lindsay. It's masterfully made. DSP. What did I say? Artistically made. Masterfully made. My apologies. I think I'm getting too old to remember all these names of these papers. Right? Okay, so this is out of the big book, if anybody's wondering. Did you know we have some new online exclusives coming? So what are online exclusives? Well, exactly that. They're only available online. And they're beautiful. And Celebration is almost over. So if there's anything that you wanted at a Celebration, I'm going to strongly suggest don't wait, because you're going to be awfully heartbroken when you say, oh man, I wanted that paper and now it's gone. Because sometimes what happens is, yeah, you might find it afterwards, but they're charging you through the nose for it. Because people kind of take advantage of that whole situation sometimes, which is so sad, but it's so true. So don't wait. I would hate for you to be disappointed. And if you spend $60 with me during the month of February, do you know what I'm doing? I'm giving you a free class as a thank you. So if you're at a distance, I will send you the parts, the bits and pieces to the cards. You have to stamp your own images. Can't stamp images for you, as much as I would love to. So you have to use your own stamps, but I will give you the card pieces. And then we will make the cards together. So you'll get a video and the card pieces sent to you. The video will be through like Messenger, Messenger or email, whatever I have for you. And yeah, and then I'll send you the bits. And then we'll sit and create together. So if you got my newsletter, all this information's in the newsletter I just sent out yesterday. So check your junk mail, everybody, because it's telling me that not a lot of people are opening those emails. And I think it's because a lot of mail providers are blocking them or putting them automatically into junk mail. So make sure you check your junk mail for those emails. Because a lot of times they're just sitting there waiting. Do you see what I'm doing here? I'm getting rammy. Just snipping those off. There. Okay, look how pretty this is. Is it beautiful? Frozen or just me? Oh, I hope I'm not frozen. Oh, it was Linda that said looks like masterfully made. Thank you, Linda. Sorry, I thought it was Lindsay. I looked really quick. I love getting it. It's happy mail between all the boring and professional emails I get every day. I know. It's sometimes like, ooh, look, email. And it's not like something I actually have to like pay or do something with, or, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the same, Lindsay. I love getting those kind of emails. Okay, let's trim this one down. It's getting close to being past my bedtime. I might turn into a pumpkin. It's possible. Don't laugh. Oh, I thought I lost a piece. Okay. Breathe. 3. Okay, hang on. Okay. So again, because I put the glue onto my 4x3, I'm able to use my paper trimmer. Okay, and so what I'm doing is I'm just lining this up at the 4 inches and the 3 inches. And, okay, this is stuck because it's got glue on it. And then that way it doesn't get all over your blades. So I'm lining it right up at my 3. So if you decide to make this card, you need to post it. We don't need to post it. I would love for you to post it. So I can see what you did. And I am way behind on prizes. I know I am. Cut the girl a little slack. Look. Oh my gosh, who loves this? Oh my gosh, this one might be my favorite. Okay, do I want this to be a portrait or a landscape, friends? I almost feel like it needs a piece of berry burst behind it. Portrait or landscape, friends? Colleen, just checked newsletter, not in spam or email. What? Don't think I've ever gotten your newsletter. Friends. Landscape. Okay, that's a bit of a concern, actually. That's probably why people aren't opening them, because they're not even receiving them. It tells me if it bounces back, though, so that's kind of peculiar. Sorry, this is my focal point for this one. Sorry, I'm getting completely like squirrel moment right now. Landscape, portrait. Looks like a quilt. Oh boy, you guys are like 50-50 on this one tonight. Don't confuse me. Portrait, landscape, looks like a quilt. Portrait, landscape. Okay, so this is landscape, friends. Linda's finally getting my emails. I think I actually forced it in. There's lots of changes coming with emails and stuff too, everybody, just so you know. They're blocking any emails. Like all these email providers are blocking things that don't come from an actual domain. So like I have to buy a domain now, and I can't just send it from my own personal email. It actually has to come from Stamping Chick Creations at, you know, GoDaddy.com or whatever the heck it is. It's getting to be a lot of red tape. This would be portrait. This, my friends, would be landscape. I kind of think I like it portrait, to be quite honest. I feel like it needs a piece of berry burst. Who told me? Landscape is my favorite. Okay, I'm putting a piece of berry burst behind this. Just hang on, because I have to get a piece of berry burst. Don't run away on me. Don't run away. I'm coming right back. I promise you. I just have to find a piece of berry burst. There, I got one. I got a piece of berry burst. Don't anybody panic. Hope you didn't think I left you, because I didn't. Okay. You guys are 50-50 on this one. Four and a quarter by 3 1/4. That's the mat that I'm making, okay? Because your scrap piece is 4 by 3. Let's see how we do. Oh, I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like, I feel like I'm hitting a wall of exhaustion. Oh yeah, totally, eh? Look at this. Just makes the card pop. I know, I'm really torn, Lindsay. I'm torn. I do like this one landscape, but honestly, up close, I really like a portrait too. The struggle's real. Okay, what do we want this card to be? Oh, I love the mat. I know, the mat is, it just makes it. So 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 is the mat, because your scrap is 4 by 3. Okay. Okay. We have to bling these things up too. Like, come on. Like, this is just boring, boring, boring. Okay. What do we want this one to be? Sentiment, I mean. What? What? Congratulations. Oh, gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I must be getting very, very tired. I thought Colleen's comment said congratulations and it said gorgeous. Valentine's card. Ooh. A Valentine's card. And who in the heck would I send a Valentine's card to? Who? You tell me. To you? Or you? Or you? Or you? This is such a pretty card. Okay. Hello, friend. Oh, I like that. Hello, friend. Sending hugs. Friendship. Sandy, you would like assume that I have friends. Hello, friend, or thank you. Okay, let me see. Let's go on a scavenger hunt. Oh, this is not all my stamps, but let's be real. Ooh, jeepers. Okay. It has to fit in my circle. Sending you lots of love and hugs. What would my daughter say that is? Grungy? No, what'd she call it? She has a word for it. Thinking of you. Where's the one I'm thinking? There's one that is in my head right now, and I don't know which one it is. You're in my thoughts today. That one's nice. I like that one. I think like you're in my thoughts today because I feel like you could use that for a lot. Where in the world would I be without you? Mother's Day. Cringy. That's it. Lara, that's it. Okay, you must have teenagers. Cringy. That's what it is. Oh, Mom, that's so cringy. I'm like, okay, seriously? Where in the world would I be without you? You're in my thoughts. I like this. I like how this one fills a circle more. Please tell me you do this too. Please tell me you do this. When you're picking out a stamp, you see what fills in the shape better, and that's usually the one you go with. Oh, Lynn. Did I even know you were here? Bestie? Cheery get well card. I feel like I need more stamps out. Because the 6 I have out really is not enough, let's be honest. Let's see what else we have. Oh. This one. We have a few here. A little note to say that I miss you. Those are all I have stamps in here I haven't used. Oh, is this one still valid? Is this one? Is this one? What's this one? Okay, I gotta stop looking. I have to stop looking. Just popped on, bestie. Oh, what is the width of the strip? 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch by 6 inches, roughly, Sandy. I'm using the Masterfully Made DSP. I like it. Okay, so... Okay, I'm gonna go Where in the World Am I Without You? I know. I know. Don't judge. Who am I gonna send this to? I have no idea. But I like how it fills a circle and I'm tired. And my brain can't function right now. Okay, let's do this. Oh, and did I tell you I hurt my arm? Still valid. I just ordered. Okay, good. Whew, thank goodness. I forgot I had that one. Where in the world would I be without you? Maybe I'd send this to, like, one of my besties. Bestie? You know who you are. Oh, what?